rack up 459 passing yards against USC a week ago Thursday in their season opening game. First play from scrimmage. Moniz is throwing. Quickly brought in. And a catch made by Hawaii's Kealoha Polaris, one of their top players. Today's Geico difference makers. First offensively for Hawaii, Jason.
You know, you got to start with the wide receivers. Greg Salas, he can run all the routes, make all the plays. Great hands, huge size for a wide receiver in the run and shoot. Polaris, here's another, out of the backfield, can catch the ball well. He is deceptively good at running the football. They don't run it a lot, but when they do, on the draws, he finds the open seam, gets downfield.
Polaris, the big games we saw against USC last week. He's a senior at 5'10", 205 pounds. Throwing here, Polaris has another one. 35-yard line, first down. Steven Anderson makes the tackle. Defensively, had 10 tackles against Eastern Michigan in the season opener for Army last week.
The key for Army is just going to be understanding the concepts and how Hawaii is trying to attack them. Josh McNary has got to create pressure on the quarterback. He's got to get in the backfield. Linebacker L.B. Brown, he has to be able to get everybody set up, put people in the right positions. There's no way that you can be in the wrong position to succeed against this offense.
Go difference makers offensively for Army. So first down, 9-yard pickup. Moniz throwing again. Greg Salas has his first catch of the day. He's wrestled down after a short game there, picked by Donnie Dixon, the Sam safety for the Army defense. Top of the screen, you see the starting lineup for Hawaii, ranked number 3 nationally in passing offense last year, 337 yards a game, 14th overall, 437 yards a year ago. This team can run and shoot and score. Pick up a 3 on the first down play. Bryant Moniz. Ready again. Again passing. Over the middle, ball brought in, Greg Salas. At the 48 of Army, that'll be a first down. Antoine Aaron bumped him out of bounds.
What you saw there was pretty interesting. Army's going to have to bring some pressure. They can't sit back and just allow Hawaii to attack and pick them apart. They've got to take shots. Pick your points, but you've got to make the quarterback feel uncomfortable in the pocket. There's no way you can just let him sit back there without getting hit and beat around a little bit.
Antoine Aaron, who was held out by coaches, precautionary measure last week due to the leg injury at Eastern Michigan, makes the play there. His first tackle of the 2010 season. First down, Hawaii. Moniz, a lot of time, too much time. Throws over the middle, pass incomplete. Looks there for Rodney Bradley, the senior from Dallas, on the post route. Had a step or two on the defense of Army.
These strengths and vulnerabilities are kind of comical this week because they're mirror images of each other. Obviously, Army's going to be able to run the ball and stop the run. Hawaii's going to be able to pass the ball and stop the pass. That's what they practice. That's what their skill set and their personnel is built to do. These two teams, I'll tell you what, the weakness of them, whichever weakness is more glaring. So if Army doesn't defend against the pass, or if Hawaii can't defend against the run, the team whose weakness is the strongest wins this football game today.
First incompletion for Bryant Moniz, former pizza delivery guy, as he was a walk-on in Hawaii before earning the starting job. Throws here to Salas, who's wrestled down at the 43-yard line. L.B. Brown, player Jason mentioned as a Geico difference maker, has the tackle there. Last week against USC, Jason, we talked about it, huge numbers. Although a lot of the stats and touchdowns were late after USC had put the game away.
Yeah, but the point is that you know that they can move the football up and down the football field. What they complained about, and talking to Coach McMacken, was we've got to score touchdowns. They had 3 field goals in that football game. They felt as though if they could score the touchdowns, put the ball in the end zone, they'd have won that football game.
Something new to Hawaii's offense this year is the pistol formation. You see here, they call it the Kiko, which in Hawaiian means point or tip. Third down, Moniz throwing. Salas catching. He'll have a first down and more inside the 30-yard line of Army. L.B. Brown helped up, so we see them throughout our broadcast here on the CBS College Sports Network all year long, our home games here at Mikey Stadium. Adds to an already great atmosphere. First and 10 for Moniz in the offense. Finally a run for the first time in the game. And as the carry is taken by Alex Green, the senior out of Portland, Oregon. Tackle by Steven Anderson, his second of the game for the senior captain, back from a knee injury last year against Air Force. Missed the last couple games.
2 good points there. First of all, they try to catch him off guard with the draw. Army's ready. And the second point is Steven Anderson, you can tell he's not just solely focused on the pass. He realizes there is a back behind the quarterback. Clear him first before you take off in pass coverage.
Top of your screen, you just saw the updated Hawaii drive. Moniz has been very effective. Gain of 1 by Green on the first run of the day for Hawaii. Moniz, time, throws over the middle, knocked down, incomplete. Nearly intercepted. Almost picked off near the goal line by Donovan Travis, who had an interception last week in the season opener at Eastern Michigan, the 7th of his career.
The key to this is the pressure. He wasn't able to set his feet. He wasn't able to throw the ball where he wanted to throw it because he was getting hit. A quarterback who gets hit, if you can get Josh McNary clear on the outside, if you can get him on the edge, get him to the quarterback, he's not going to be able to set his feet. He's not going to be able to throw the ball downfield.
We talked with Bryant Moniz yesterday at the walkthrough for Hawaii. He said, I know who number 44 is, and he just met him up close and personal. Big play McNary. Coach is so emphatic about that yesterday. Got to get to Moniz. 3rd and long. Moniz time, throws over the middle, caught, and touchdown Hawaii. Brought in Royce Pollard, 26 yards on a strike from Bryant Moniz.
And I think the disappointing thing right there for Army is the fact that the previous play, they got a hit on the quarterback, had an opportunity to intercept the ball, and you come back and you get bit with a 26-yard touchdown pass the very next play. When you watch this play, you can't have false steps. You saw the cornerback with the false step, and the safety's got to do.
Bryant Moniz and the Hawaii offense back in the field. He was 7 for 9, 80 yards. The touchdown pass to Pollard on the first drive of the day. Moniz throwing on first down. Caught again. Pollard again. And he lumbers forward to the 41-yard line. He's very close to the first down. Armed Forces Football is proudly supported by Scion.
This is a really important drive for Army. The last thing they can afford to do is go down 14 points early in the first quarter here. You've got to minimize the damage of that punt. You know, that 5-yard penalty created a 35-yard difference in field position for Hawaii's offense.
Not a good punt by Jonathan Bowles, only went 24 yards. So Hawaii again, Green again, plenty of room to maneuver, upended last moment. Good tackle in the open field made by Josh Jackson. Otherwise, Alex Green may still be running. Green, the senior from Portland, Oregon, had 66 yards and a touchdown run against USC last week.
Not exactly minimizing the damage by the punt, but what you're going to see here is Hawaii's going to keep you honest. They're going to make sure you're playing run as well. You can't just pin your ears back as a defender and get up the field towards the quarterback. You've got to clear the run first. You have to, with this pistol formation with the running back right behind the quarterback, it really keeps the defense honest because the threat of run is there every single play, whereas when he's set off, not quite so much.
Gain of 15 on first down for Green. Moniz, time, gets around Mackey, throws, Erzinger nearly picked it off, incomplete at the 15. Good play by Steve Erzinger, lunging to break that one up.
And there you see the mobility of Moniz to be able to escape the pass rush, create a little bit of extra time. For those of you who haven't played the quarterback position, they always tell you not to throw across your body.
2nd and 10.
So what you see here is Moniz is going to escape the pass rush, get to the outside, but he doesn't see Erzinger back there, and he does a great job just coming back across the field, knocking the ball down.
Pollard.
Eyes, got to have vision.
That's right. Players talked to us yesterday about having your eyes in the right spot. Molars, along with Pollard and Salas, out on that route. L.B. Brown and Dixon on coverage there. Incomplete pass to Greg Salas. Greg told us yesterday at the Hawaii walkthrough he's recruited by New Mexico and Utah, but only as a defensive back. Hawaii was the only scholarship offer to play wide receiver. Came out of Southern California, Chino, California. I think that was the right decision. He's an All-American candidate now.
I think he made the right decision there. He understands he wants the ball in his hand. He wants to be able to score touchdowns. It's the offense. Everything's about the offense. The rules are made for them. Smart kid.
124 yards receiving for South last week against USC. So far, Hawaii perfect. 3rd down conversions. They'll try again here. Moniz, some pressure. Rolls right. Bryant Moniz, feeling the heat, throws, has another man. Brought in Pollard outside the 10. It'll be a Hawaii first down. Royce Pollard ad-libs well with Moniz and gets open downfield, gain of 15.
This is what we talked about the defensive coaches yesterday is they're not going to be able to cover 4 and 5 wide receivers in the open field. It's just impossible for longer than 4 or 5 seconds. So if Moniz can create this kind of space and get himself some more time, the receivers are going to find an open spot. So the pass rush, they were saying to us, the pass rush has to get there and it has to keep him in the pocket. You've seen twice now where he's escaped that pocket and created a little bit more time. They don't want to let him do that.
Moniz, Jason, already over 100 yards passing. 104 yards. First down. Throws too high this time for Pollard, who's got 3 catches for 50 yards. It'll be second down. Today's Red Zone brought to you by Verizon.
You're already seeing here the last couple of times that Army's brought in pressure. It's forced some high throws, some erratic throws. It's flushed the quarterback out of the pocket. They've got to be a little bit more aggressive. But you don't want to just die a slow death. You don't want to just sit there and play coverage the entire day and allow Bryant Moniz to pick you apart. Scramble around, move it outside the pocket, bring more than they can pick up, which creates some stress on your secondary to have to cover these wide receivers. But it also creates some stress on the quarterback. 4
receivers in the game now. That includes Rodney Bradley to the far left bottom of your screen. So many choices for Moniz. Second down. Bryant time throws near side. It is Bradley, brings it in. Shakes a tackle into the end zone. Touchdown Hawaii. Rodney Bradley makes the catch, makes a tackler miss, in for 6.
That's effort right there. That's just a will and desire and a want to get in there. And Josh Jackson had pretty good coverage and the opportunity to make the tackle. Just didn't make the tackle. You know, I just talked about, you're going to play some one-on-one coverage out there, and you're going to try to bring some pressure, but you've got to make this tackle. You can't allow him to break the tackle, especially when he's only got enough to end.
White offense back on the field. They are 2 for 2 so far on touchdown drives. Flags fly. Moniz lost the ball briefly. And he and the offensive line quickly back on it. We've got a penalty coming. And we will get the call here. Up front, Mike Gann, senior defensive tackle, applies some pressure.
Like McNary jumped the gun a little.
Offsides. 44 the defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Tom Zamorsky, our referee today. ACC crew, you are correct, sir.
And just another situation where you've got basically a sack, a 5-yard loss, you know, and now you'd be lining up playing second down, and instead it's 1st and 5. These are the kind of mistakes the coach was saying. They say they can live with them, the aggressive penalties, you know, lining up offsides, whatever. But I think in scenarios like that, they're going to change their mind.
Now, this is not the offense, Jason, you want to give extra opportunities to, or a shorter drive potentially. Moniz out of that pistol or the Kiko formation. Has some time, throws over the middle, brought in Bradley. Nice catch in traffic outside the 20-yard line. First down for Hawaii. Josh Jackson makes the stop defensively for the Cadets. Let's take a look at today's Scion key matchup.
You know, when you think about it, for Hawaii, Bryant Moniz has to make all the right reads. He's got to put the ball like there in the spots where it's supposed to be. And Steven Anderson has to get his defense lined up. He's got to put his guys and make sure they're all in the right positions so that there are no seams, so there are no open spots out there. As the leader of the defense, you cannot have a discombobulated group out there.
Anderson so confident after the knee injury last year against Air Force, knocked him out. Chizi Demude gets his first carry and he's going nowhere. McNary helped put him down. Great defensive pressure by Josh McNary up front.
And so far what we've seen here is when Army decides to bring some pressure, when Army wants to blitz or bring more than they can pick up, they've had success. You see here, they bring 2 people up the middle, they try to run into it. Army does a great job of reading it, making the tackle, getting a big loss. The only instance where it hasn't worked for them is on the missed tackle. Other than that, even there, they were in position. So I think we're going to see a little bit more pressure from Army as the day goes on.
Good pressure there as well by Christopher Swain, junior defensive tackle out of Oswego, New York, not far from Syracuse. Loss of 12 on that play. So 2nd and 22. Hawaii's pass. Bradley again brings it in on the quick slant. Gets drilled. Hit hard in the open field by Jordan Trimble, the senior from just outside Washington, D.C. Older brother Jeremy, the all-time leading receiver in Army history, gain of 7.
And here you're going to see just a simple in and out from the 2 wide receivers in the slot. They're going to go ahead and set a pick, a rub route. South's come out and block. Trimble coming up, making the good open field tackle. These tackles, you pay a price for them in the 3rd and 4th quarter. As receivers, if you continuously take hits like that, you're going to be a little bit slower, a little bit more dinged up as the game progresses. If you allow them to run out of bounds and just get hit from the side or whatever, they don't feel those quite as much.
Hawaii 3 for 3 here. 3rd down conversions. Moniz. Here comes some pressure. Moniz is going down. He's sacked.
And Anderson, he actually had to take the semester off because there's no way you can fulfill your duties as a cadet and rehab at the same time.
Hawaii takes over here. Jason will shuffle past to Green, and he's got some room to maneuver. Alex Green across the 25 to 30. Chugs forward. L.B. Brown finally puts him down at the 35-yard line. Big pickup, 23 yards for Green. Army thinking pass, and Hawaii catches him flat-footed.
Here you'll see, this is Army, or this is Hawaii with a sharp pencil. They realize McNary's getting some pressure, and they're not able to block him. So what they do is they just allow him to get up there, the little shovel pass underneath him, and the back's out the gate. The one thing you want to do is, if you have a weakness, use it to your advantage. Create plays that allow Army to get up the football field, and then use that to their disadvantage.
Hawaii coach Greg McMackin got it. He plays early with how the run shoot is clicking. Moniz throwing on first down, another completion. Brought in Bradley again, and he's got plenty of room to maneuver. Mike Gann came in, nearly hit him late, all the way to midfield. Gain of 15 yards for Hawaii's effective offense here. Bradley is lighting up the Army D.
There's two things here you're going to see here. The first is when you're playing man-to-man, this is the problem. Right there, 31, he's not even going to see the ball being passed. The outside receiver is going to come in. The block's going to go outside. Let it roll. And as a DB, you've got to have a little bit of vision that he could have picked that off. The ball really went right behind his shoulder pads. He was in great position, but that's the problem when you play man-to-man is you don't have great vision on the quarterback, you have great vision on your man.
First down, Hawaii marching again. Steve Anderson, by the way, is out of the game right now for Army. Maybe that leg is not feeling so great. Salas makes the catch in traffic and lunges forward close to first down yardage. He needed the 41, is very close to that. Jordan Trimble put him down after another nice pickup. It looks like to me, Jason, this is a technical, surgical operation. Hawaii is just picking apart the Army defense.
Well, you know, if you can't create pressure on that quarterback, we've talked about this a lot so far in the first quarters. If you can't create the pressure, they're going to pick you apart. But if you create the pressure, now you got to play man-to-man coverage. So you pick your poison. Right now, I think Army's best bet is just to go ahead and try to get in the face of Brian Moniz.
Anderson has returned to the game. Kingsley Ahey was in for him for a couple of plays. Second and short. Moniz throwing, near side, another catch. Made again by Polaris. Kealoha Polaris, a senior from Oahu, Hawaii. Gain of 8. He is an outstanding talent. He had 5 catches, 176, and 3 touchdowns against USC a week ago Thursday.
Polaris has got that ability to make people miss. You know, when he's in the open field, and he's like a running back coming out of the backfield. He lines up on the outside, but he's got the running back ability, the ability to cut across the football field, do all the things that they tell you not to do, run backwards to get more yards forward. But he makes things happen after the catch.
First down, Hawaii again. Whistles, blowing flags fly. False start, going to go against the Warriors. Back them up 5.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of rotation now by the Army defense.
Offense, number 51, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So left tackle Austin Hansen, junior from Southern California. He told us yesterday at the walkthrough for Hawaii, the fit coming from SoCal, perfect for him. A lot of Californians go out to the islands to play their college ball.
You live by the beach, you go to the beach. It's not a bad transition for you.
Yeah, he said life couldn't be better. Are you kidding? 85 degrees about every day in Honolulu.
No complaints in Hawaii.
First down again. Moniz throwing deep. Salas has it at the 20. Greg Salas upended on a spectacular hit in the open field by Josh Jackson, but not before a huge pickup again for Hawaii. Gave him 22 more yards, and Salas is having himself a day here, but we have a flag.
Offense, number 51, 10 yards previous spot. First down.
Hansen again, Jason. Back-to-back penalties on Austin Hansen.
Well, what you're going to see here, it's just the simple fact of Army trying to create that pressure, and they're going to bring more than they can block. And what that does is it causes your offensive line to do things they don't want to do, like hold. If you can't block a man, the coach will tell you, go ahead and hold him. Take the abuse off of your quarterback. So you see, I mean, that's a takedown. But it's like, if you're going to create pressure, you force the offense to do things that they don't want to do. You get them out of their comfort level, not just the quarterback, but the offensive line as well. Now they've got to figure out who to pick up, where the blitz is coming from.
Hansen is the only returning starter on the offensive line. Moniz throwing deep ball. Looks deep downfield. Polaris has got it. Touchdown, Hawaii. Kealoha Polaris. 48 yards, another touchdown for Hawaii. Third TD toss of the day for Bryant Moniz.
This is just pitch and catch. You know, if you're right here in the slot, you're just going to run down the sideline. They're going to right there. Bad eyes by Josh Jackson. Josh Jackson had his eyes in the backfield watching the quarterback. Anderson, he actually had to take the semester off because there's no way you can fulfill your duties as a cadet and rehab at the same time.
Hawaii takes over here. Jason will shuffle past to Green, and he's got some room to maneuver. Alex Green across the 25 to 30. Chugs forward. L.B. Brown finally puts him down at the 35-yard line. Big pickup, 23 yards for Green. Army thinking pass, and Hawaii catches him flat-footed.
Here you'll see, this is Army, or this is Hawaii with a sharp pencil. They realize McNary's getting some pressure, and they're not able to block him. So what they do is they just allow him to get up there, the little shovel pass underneath him, in the backs out the gate. The one thing you want to do is, if you have a weakness, use it to your advantage. Create plays that allow Army to get up the football field, and then use that to their disadvantage.
Hawaii coach Greg McMackin got it. He plays early. With how the run shoot is clicking. Moniz throwing on first down. Another completion. Brought in Bradley again, and he's got plenty of room to maneuver. Mike Gann came in, nearly hit him late, all the way to midfield. Gain of 15 yards for Hawaii's effective offense here. Bradley is lighting up the Army D.
There's two things here you're going to see here. The first is when you're playing man-to-man, this is the problem. Right there, 31, he's not even going to see the ball being passed. The outside receiver is going to come in. The block's going to go outside. Let it roll. And as a DB, you've got to have a little bit of vision that he could have picked that off. The ball really went right behind his shoulder pads. He was in great position, but that's the problem when you play man-to-man is you don't have great vision on the quarterback, you have great vision on your man.
First down, Hawaii marching again. Steve Anderson, by the way, is out of the game right now for Army. Maybe that leg is not feeling so great. Salas makes the catch in traffic and lunges forward close to first down yardage. He needed the 41, is very close to that. Jordan Trimble put him down after another nice pickup. It looks like to me, Jason, this is a technical, surgical operation. Hawaii is just picking apart the Army defense.
Well, you know, if you can't create pressure on that quarterback, we've talked about this a lot so far in the first quarters. If you can't create the pressure, they're going to pick you apart. But if you create the pressure, now you got to play man-to-man coverage. So you pick your poison. Right now, I think Army's best bet is just to go ahead and try to get in the face of Brian Moniz.
Anderson has returned to the game. Kingsley Ahey was in for him for a couple of plays. Second and short. Moniz throwing near side, another catch. Made again by Polaris. Kealoha Polaris, a senior from Oahu, Hawaii. Gain of 8. He is an outstanding talent. He had 5 catches, 176, and 3 touchdowns against USC a week ago Thursday.
Polaris has got that ability to make people miss. You know, when he's in the open field, and he's like a running back coming out of the backfield. He lines up on the outside, but he's got the running back ability, the ability to cut across the football field, do all the things that they tell you not to do, run backwards to get more yards forward. But he makes things happen after the catch.
First down, Hawaii again. Whistles, blowing flags fly. False start, going to go against the Warriors. Back them up 5.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of rotation now by the Army defense.
Offense, number 51, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So left tackle Austin Hansen, junior from Southern California. He told us yesterday at the walkthrough for Hawaii, the fit coming from SoCal, perfect for him. A lot of Californians go out to the islands to play their college ball.
You live by the beach, you go to the beach. It's not a bad transition for you.
Yeah, he said life couldn't be better. Are you kidding? 85 degrees about every day in Honolulu.
No complaints in Hawaii.
First down again. Moniz throwing deep. Salas has it at the 20. Greg Salas upended on a spectacular hit in the open field by Josh Jackson, but not before a huge pickup again for Hawaii. Gave him 22 more yards, and Salas is having himself a day here, but we do have a flag.
Offense, number 51, 10 yards previous spot,
Tansen again, Jason. Back-to-back penalties on Austin Hansen.
Well, what you're going to see here, it's just the simple fact of Army trying to create that pressure, and they're going to bring more than they can block. And what that does is it causes your offensive line to do things they don't want to do, like hold. If you can't block a man, the coach will tell you, go ahead and hold him. Take the abuse off of your quarterback. So you see, I mean, that's a takedown. But it's like, if you're going to create pressure, you force the offense to do things that they don't want to do. You get them out of their comfort level, not just the quarterback, but the offensive line as well. Now they've got to figure out who to pick up, where the blitz is coming from.
Hansen is the only returning starter on the offensive line. Moniz throwing deep ball, looks deep downfield. Polaris has got it, touchdown Hawaii. Kealoha Polaris. 48 yards, another touchdown for Hawaii. Third TD toss of the day for Bryant Moniz.
This is just pitch and catch. You know, if you're right here in the slot, you're just going to run down the sideline. They're going to right there. Bad eyes by Josh Jackson. Josh Jackson had his eyes in the backfield watching the quarterback.
Through that last drive, clutch third down conversion, helping Army to its first score of the ball game. Moniz throwing on the near side. Another completion. Polaris brings it in. Wrestled down by Dixon from behind. Rich Ellerson is out on the field, wondering about the spot perhaps, and chucks his headset. Rich Ellerson very upset. There, the Army head coach.
You miss calls like that. It's right in front of you. You can see why Coach gets frustrated. His knee just, you can see he spun on his knee. It doesn't get much easier than that for an official.
Previous play is under further review.
They will review the spot here. Just on cue, so perhaps Coach Ellerson was correct. We'll get the official ruling from our video replay official, who is up with us in the booth. Question is where that knee went down. Clearly, Polaris slid down first, right in front of Coach Ellerson. And it should have been marked.
Clearly throwing the headset tells.
Emphatic reaction.
Mistakes and a loss.
So at the 44, it is in fact 2nd and 6 here for Hawaii after the review. From the pistol, or the Kiko as they call it. Bryant Moniz. Here comes some pressure, gets away from Mackey. Gets away from another Army tackler. On the move, throwing drop. Polaris at the 42, incomplete. Kealoha Polaris would have had a lot of room to run if he had grabbed that pass.
This is really what we're talking about in the opening with Moniz, is the fact that he can escape and avoid the pass rush. You see multiple Army defenders coming at him right there with opportunities to get him down. Josh McNary, who's obviously the greatest sack master in Army history, had him in dead to rights in the backfield, but Moniz has got that escapability. And you see now, he wants to throw the football. He looked like he had the edge to turn and run, but he's like, I'll get the ball downfield to my receivers and let them make some plays.
Wide 3 for 4 so far on third down conversions. Moniz feels the heat. Moniz running. Midfield and more. First down, Hawaii, all the way to the 44-yard line of Army before Marcus Hilt finally tracked him down. Bryant Moniz can motor a dual-threat quarterback.
And this is the frustrating thing for Army. They're going to bring all the pressure up into the middle of the football field here, and that's where Moniz is going to escape, is in the middle of the football field. If you're going to bring pressure, at least make him go outside and go wide. What Army's doing, they're doing a great job of flushing him and trying to create that uncomfortableness in the pocket, but they've got to keep him there or contain him. And right now, with that escapability, he's getting himself past the line of scrimmage.
Pick up of 12, first down for Hawaii. Steve Erzinger just missed him, Jason, a moment ago on that sack drive. Flag flies, down goes Moniz. Mike Gann, the senior defensive tackle out of outside Atlanta, Georgia. Flag is down. His dad, Mike Sr., star defensive lineman at Notre Dame, played 9 years in the NFL with the Falcons. Mike grew up around the NFL locker room in Atlanta and has said to us he just loves playing college football, wants to enjoy every moment of this, his senior season.
Just a motor, one of those motor guys. One of those guys, you play defensive line, it's a thankless position. Most of the time they just ask you to tie up linemen so the linebackers can make plays, or so the defensive ends can create all the glory with the sacks. So when you get up there, you've got to have a motor, just keep pushing, keep pushing. You think about it, the offensive guards for this team are close to 300 pounds. They've got them outweighed by 40, 50 pounds. We've discussed this in previous games. Is Army doesn't lend itself to 300-pounders. You know, just the responsibilities of the cadets. You can't exactly be a 330-pounder and survive, you know, here on post.
Face mask. The offense, number 63. 15 yards from the previous spot. First down.
Left guard Bryson Jinlack, the senior from the island of Oahu, is the guilty party here.
This is the tough one here. You know, you've got an opportunity to have 2nd and 19 or 1st and 25. And they went with the 1st and 25. But you saw the grab just real quick on Mike Gann, ran right through it. The frustrating thing right there is Gann loses his sack.
So Mike Gann had the face mask interfere with and still made the play. That's impressive.
Still got there.
Well, the senior from just outside Atlanta. So 1st and 25. They'll take the penalty. Moniz, swing pass. Green has it. Alex Green stumbling forward toward midfield, knocked out of bounds by Steven Anderson. Armed Forces football is proudly supported by Coke Zero.
These swing passes for Hawaii's offense is kind of like the toss sweep in a normal conventional offense. It's just something to get them 4 or 5 yards, get to the outside, and because they use such quick guys like Polaris and in their backfield and on the outside edges, they've got people who can make people miss and with that top end speed to get them downfield.
Just over 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Mouse Davis, by the way, the architect of the run and shoot, is on the Hawaii staff. He's an assistant. The run and shoot so effective, and not this time. Josh McNary, another sack, his 2nd of the day. Mr. Sack at Army gets it going again.
If you're going to run the run and shoot, you got to protect your quarterback. If you can't protect your quarterback, you can't get the ball downfield. So far, we've seen Josh McNary in the backfield. The good portion of this first quarter, or this first half here, another play just coming from the outside, making the tackle this time, securing the tackle, not allowing Moniz to get outside of him.
Loss of 11. The coaches told us yesterday on the defensive side. Co-coordinators Payam Sadat, Chris Meelan. There's no excuse with this type of offense. Josh McNary's got to get to the quarterback, pin the ears back, and make a tackle, and did that. Big play. 3rd and forever here for Hawaii. Moniz just lets it go deep downfield. Looking there for Salas, incomplete. To start, as Bryant Moniz, very comfortable, picked apart the Army defense.
All Hawaii, really all Bryant Moniz, when you think about it, the throws he made in between the coverage of the Army defense, the mobility he showed in these, obviously making the defender miss there, but the mobility he showed in the pocket to escape the rush, and just more importantly, running this offense, just getting themselves in a position. But what I will say, though, is at the end.
West Point. Moniz from the pistol formation. Pros brought in Bradley. And a completion. Nope, now it says out of bounds. That's what the officials say, that he could not keep his feet in. Incomplete pass.
Brian Moni's pass is incomplete.
The scoring differential by quarters is pretty key, because I remember last year continuously asking the coaches if it was conditioning or what it was, and he said, you know what, we really have to take some of the blame because we weren't as proactive as changing our offense and defense at halftime as the other team was in trying to figure out what we were doing. So you see that. I mean, they actually, you know, led games. They were up by 7 in the first half of, you know, the entire season and down by 60. So he just said it was on the coaching staff to come up with better game plans at halftime to adjust.
2nd down, Moniz, pressure, McNary's got him, ball's loose, ball on the ground, picked up by Marcus Hilton, Army's ball!
This year, clearly a difference.
All right, Moniz and the offense back on the field. Last time they fumbled. Green carries on 1st down, Alex Green rumbling, 2nd level and beyond, big run. Hawaii, he's into Army territory to the 48, gave him 17 yards before Travis tracks him down.
And that's going to slow down that pass rush. If you can get yourself some room running the football, if you can go ahead and get your running back on track, you can create some, or you can slow down that pass rush. That's a huge hole, because right now everybody's focused on getting to the quarterback.
Kingsley A, he missed that tackle. And keep in mind, he was a running back. He was the B-back last year, and he's seen a lot of action. He's a micro middle linebacker here in this game.
Yeah, he's been spelling Steven Anderson every other series.
Moniz handing off to Green again. Navigates, tries to run right, slammed down. He was involved in the tackle. Here comes a flag late. That could be a face mask. And if so, it's going to cost Army 15 yards. Green lost the helmet.
Personal foul, face mask, 27 of the defense, 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
Oh boy, that is Kingsley Ahee, the brand new linebacker, making the change from the V-back spot, penalty.
You can see, you know, when you're new at those angles, as you start to come across and they cut back on you, you got to be careful what you reach for there.
He took his helmet off.
That's
beyond face mask.
He grabbed both sides of the helmet.
I'm not sure I've ever seen that before.
No face mask.
Definitely a personal foul. We're gonna have to redefine that as penalty. Removing player's helmet, 15 yard, personal foul. Trent Steelman injury report, folks. Right now, Army's saying upper body injury, not specific about his return at the moment. First down throw, over the middle, complete. Polaris has got it. Rumbling, open field, looks for the end zone, and he danced out of bounds. At the 4-yard line, it'll be first and goal here for Hawaii. Kealoha Polaris making it look easy for the Warriors.
This is pretty simple here for Hawaii. They're just going to get Polaris running. Trips left, just put him in the middle of the field. You see the rub route right there. What they do is they just try to rub the inside guy off of the outside receiver, or I'm sorry, the middle receiver off the inside receiver, and just rub the defenders off, create the separation. That way you don't have to create separation, you know, with your running or your route. You just go ahead and let the defenders run into each other.
Big pickup, first and goal. Moniz, hands off. Green. Second effort, touchdown Hawaii.
Green ahead for 3, touchdown.
On the day, an academy record 12.5 sacks last year for McNary. So Moniz back on the field, throwing on first down. Salas brings it in. Breaks one tackle. Nifty play by Greg Salas out to the 33. It'll be a first down for Hawaii, gain of 12. Steven Anderson has his 4th tackle of the day as he forced them out of bounds.
You know, yesterday getting to sit there and talk with Salas, it was interesting. That's a big kid. That's not your normal receiver. I mean, he's a good 6'3", 6'4". When he's in those pads, that's just a solid-looking receiver.
Candidate for the Bolitnikoff Award, top wide receiver in the nation, All-American candidate as well. One of the top receivers in the nation last year, top 10 in catches per game and yards per catch. Moniz, time, airs it out, incomplete. Bradley, the intended receiver, but well over his head.
Way out of bounds.
Pressure by McNary to help rush that throw a bit.
Good coverage downfield as well.
That's what it takes, right?
Oh, let me tell you something. The secondary's best friend is your defensive ends. The guys that can put the pressure on the quarterback so that you don't have to cover very long. It'd be like playing tag without being able to touch anybody. So you're out there playing tag and you're trying to mirror this guy, but you can't touch him once he leaves 5 yards.
Josh had 4 sacks in a game against Temple last year, all-time Army record single game. Lots of flags and whistles. Hawaii's offense out of sync. False start will cost them 5 here.
And that right there comes from...
False start against the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
The pressure that the defensive line for Army's been able to put on them. I mean, they're ready to go. As an offensive line, all of a sudden now you got to get yourself back in your stance because you know this Army defensive front is coming.
10th penalty. 74 yards Hawaii. Penalized 3 times, 25 yards. That was Bryson Ginlack, left guard, guilty party for Hawaii. Anderson's showing some pressure here. Second down. Moniz throws quickly. Salas drops it incomplete. Will be Brown on coverage defensively for Army. 3rd and 15 coming up here for the Warriors. Salas knew he should have had that.
Tough pitch
a minute
catch.
left in the quarter.
A tough pitch and catch, you know.
We asked Greg yesterday, anything people don't know about you? He said, I'm a really good singer. Love to sing the Drake songs. Big Drake fan. People don't know that about me. Pretty good receiver too, right?
Yeah, I'll give him the singing. I'll give him the receiver. I'll hold off on the singing.
Got to hear him first. 3rd down, Hawaii wants to convert. Pass brought in. Bradley again, tripped up right away, good hit. Back the Warriors to the success of June Jones era. Not easy to do. Moniz, hands off Green, first down carry, not a lot. Marcus Hilton and Mackey involved in the tackle defensively for Army.
Marcus Hilton, the first to get there.
You know, the difficult part now is flipping the switch. This defense and this offense have been sitting for a long time. You got to flip a switch now. You got to get back out there, get back into the rhythm of your offense, and the things that you were doing defensively.
6.5 to go. Fourth quarter. 2nd and 8. Moniz, lots of time. Fires near side. Salas makes a good catch. Now it's called incomplete. LB Brown on coverage. Was right in the grill of Greg Salas and made sure the star Hawaii receiver couldn't bring it in.
A good job on coverage, a good job of creating pressure on the quarterback. Overall, right now, Army's really got a feel for how they want to play this offense. They're doing a good job. The big key now is not allowing the big run or not allowing Moniz to escape the pocket and create the quarterback yards that you can't account for.
Hawaii 4-7. So far, 3rd down conversions. Everyone at Michie Stadium making noise. 3rd down. Moniz. Gann pressure past Salas. Moniz has a little time now.
Oh, they're not taking a knee.
Absolutely not. Ryan Moniz back on the field is throwing on 1st down. It's brought in. Royce Pollard makes the catch. Late hit, possible sideline.
And a late call.
Steve Erzinger got in too late and made contact. That may cost Army 15. That could be a disaster.
Personal foul against the defense. Late hit out of bounds. Number 9. 15 yards from the seating spot. 1st down.
As a defender right now, what you've got to be most cautious of is vertical and sideline. Keep the ball in the middle of the field. Hawaii has no timeouts. Okay, keep the ball in the middle of the field. The odds of them being able to get up there and snap another ball off if they get this thing 20 yards down the field is slim, so you just can't let him get to the sideline that easy.
Unbelievable.
Now is not the time to just play completely, soft or aggressive.
Plus 15
Just a happy
on a
medium.
personal foul. Moniz throws, sideline route, man there. Pollard brings it in, a catch for Hawaii. All the way down to the 14-yard line with 12 seconds left. Royce Pollard on the go route. 31 yards, and they are in field goal range.
He gave him a little double move on the sideline over there. Just a little, I don't know if it was an out and up, just a curl and go, but kind of gave him a little stutter and took off. And give Army credit. They're doing exactly what everybody at home would say, like, don't play passive. I mean, they're bringing the heat. They're trying to get to the quarterback, but that means you got to play good man-to-man defense on the outside.
Moniz spikes it to stop the clock. 10 seconds to go, and they're not going to take any chances here. Here comes Scott Enos, the senior kicker from outside Sacramento, California. Had 3 field goals last week in the loss to USC to try to win the game here for the Warriors. Going to be a 31-yard attempt official. He was 12 of 19 last year field goal tries. He's got it. With 7 seconds left, Hawaii takes the lead.
Hawaii 31, Army 28.
And after playing an absolutely perfect half for Army, they just self-inflicted wounds here in the last 30 seconds of this football game. Not exactly making it tough on a kicker when you give him the ball there at the 20.